Good morning, everybody. This is our energy exercises for the earth element, working our spleen and stomach organs. We start with the tapping, which is a way to say good morning to our bodies, wake up our meridians and help them work in the correct way. So inside is the yin meridians, outside the yang meridians. Then we tap the head to wake up our head, and then we go on the sides, which is the gallbladder meridian. All the way, we take a moment in the spleen, all the way down to our toes, and inside it is the spleen meridian. And then we tap the end of the spleen meridian to wake up the immunity. Spleen is very, very important, help us digest, but also it is the director of our healing and our immunity. Then we move to the cheekbones, which is the stomach, the second point of the stomach meridian. This is good for nausea, this is good for when we have digestive issues, and generally if we want to energize ourselves, it's very good to tap this point. Then we move to the homolateral crossover. The homolateral crossover, it balances and connects the two hemispheres of our brain, but also it helps weave our energies. The figure eight, it's like we are creating a figure eight. We are creating a figure eight with our body, which imitates the DNA. It is very, very important to have connection between the two parts, right and left, not only of of the brain, but also in our body. So we move that and we try to form figure eights. And then we balance the energy, and we move to the next exercise, which is called the wise owl turning its head to eliminate the fatigue and illnesses. This is part of the 8 brocade, and we turn our head in each side with the palms facing up, and we stretch. It's like we really stretch the arm and we stretch the neck. With the movement of the neck and the shoulders, you release tension and tiredness and fatigue. So that is not only helpful for the earth element, but also helps the wood element. In a way, it helps us change the sense of the weight of the world in our shoulders. So we do that 3 times each time. And then we ground the energy and we move to the next exercise, feeling the ball of chi between our hands. And then we prepare to do the next exercise, connecting heaven and earth. And we move our hands up, the hands facing up, and we move the hands like a windmill. The body keeps the center, keeping the balance. The 2 hands, and then again the windmill. The wrists to stay flexible. And this exercise tones the arms, the wrists, and the center of our body. And now you exhale, moving up, lowering your knees, and down you're centering yourself. It helps us center between heaven and earth and gives us a sense of balance and stability. And then we gather the energy, lower them, and we move to the next exercise, which is called looking at the moon. And we move with both hands raising our arms and looking. It's like looking at the moon. And then we lower our hands. And then again on the other side. This exercise works on the meridians, primarily of the spleen, and it is like inviting the mystery of the moon. The moon is not a constant like it is the sun, and the earth element helps us balance the changes. So it helps us balance the changing energy of the moon. It helps us transition through all life experiences, adapt to change, which is one of the main functions of the earth. So we look at the moon and down our hands low. It's like we're holding a ball of chi between our hands. And for the last time, we raise our hands up. And then again, gather the energy, lower the hands, and we move to the next exercise, which is a rainbow dance. So it's like we are opening the legs wider apart, and we bend one knee and straighten the other. We bend our body and the hand towards the straight leg, and then we move. It's like a dance, that's why it's called a rainbow dance. This exercise helps balancing opposing forces, but not also forces, but also the opposing roles we have in our life and in our body. For example, being a mother and being an executive. So it really helps us adapt. The previous one helped us weather the changes, and this helps us balance it's like holding our two various roles and balancing between the two. And we do that for a couple of times. And then we move, we balance, we gather the energy around and ground the energy. And then we do the next exercise. We are turning the waist and pushing the palms. The one hand always stays in the center, keeping us centered and balanced. And the other slowly moves on the other side, again helping us adapt to changes. For this exercise, it is important to differentiate hips and waist as we turn. The hips should remain more stable as we move and look back. So this exercise awakens the center, awakens the sense of strength and integrity, which comes from our inner, or of our belly, from our inner center. Holding our center, it is like holding our safety amongst the fluidity of life and the changing dynamics. So we move to the next exercise, holding the ball of chi in our hands. And this exercise asks us to turn the waist. We move our hand in the center, and the other hand pushes, and we look back. And then we change, again holding the ball of chi and moving. This exercise asks us to differentiate the hips and the waist as we turn. Hips should remain more stable as we move and look back. This exercise is meant to awaken the center, to awaken the sense of strength and integrity, which comes from our belly, from our dantian. When we are able to hold our center among the fluidity of life and the changing dynamics, it is like we remain grounded and we work our earth element. So this is a good exercise connecting with this sense of center and safety and integrity. So we do that one more time. And then we ground the energy. We bring the energy to the dantian, to our belly, and we gather the energy there. And then we're going to do the sound of earth. Ooh. Moving our hands further away and concentrating in our belly, in the center. And then we bring them and gather the energy in the dantian. And we do it a couple more times with the sound of ooh. And again, gather the energy in the center. It's like we're becoming the center of Earth, we're becoming Earth. And for the last time, we gather the energy in the belly, and then we bring our hands, palms facing up, and as always, we end up with a centering movement. We stay in front, centered, looking in front, and we draw the hand down, and we stay and form the Earth Mudra. This is the Earth Mudra. And then we do it with the other hand, drawing the parallel line to our center, and again the Earth Mudra, and we stay and connect with the Earth. And we lower the hand to the hip bone, and we zip up. And then we move the hands in the third eye and in the belly, pushing up and centering ourselves. Thank you very much. Namaste.
Namaste.